Meanwhile, this is an adult bull shark. Fast, fierce, and armed quite literally to the teeth, she has little to fear here in the Gulf. The muscular marvel confidently moves through its watery world. The predator's 350 fearsome teeth are put on full display. Exhibiting behavior more common to a thresher shark, this bull makes creative use of her powerful tail.
I will not be ambushed.
The bull performs an acrobatic feat worthy of an orca, cruelly imprisoned and put on display in a marine park stunt show. A breaching shark is a rare, calorie-intensive spectacle. A death like this can bring a tangible sense of panic to a coastal town. A giant inflatable unicorn is a whimsical way to let the world know you've been doing jello shots since 9 a.m. It must be emphasized that this sort of targeted violence is quite unusual for a shark.
Go get him, Jen. How you doing there, Shark? Okay, Derek, you got this, Bruno.
Up ahead.
He's sure making a lot of splash. Oh, look at them teeth. Oh, she gonna make quite a mantelpiece. Got us some dinner coming, boys. Let's get her up on deck, huh?
A famous big-game hunter once posited that after an animal had tasted human flesh, it forsakes its natural prey in a deadly single-minded search for the most dangerous game. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. The shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation. I have one of those new pop-up tub stoppers at home, and let me tell you, those things are just a magnet for hair and debris. The shark shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. Or muskie, is a freshwater fish commonly found throughout the Great Lakes region, so I have no idea what it's doing here. From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. A clock would hardly be the strangest thing ever retrieved from a crocodile's mouth. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors. Remember, if you find yourself hard aground, the best thing to do is stay with your canoe and die the death of an honorable seaman. The sea wolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. I used to buy Sunshine sunscreen until I read it contains 7 hormone-disrupting chemicals and palm oil. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. While adorable, these soft stuff mascots don't provide much in the way of nutritional value. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. Someone should have taken a gun safety class. In spite of their reputations as wrestlers, Alligators haven't mastered the nuances of scientific holds like the figure 4. The shark is now a team, and we should expect much angst, ennui, and poor decision-making. Catfish is easily distinguished from other species by their The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. The overhunting of Fawtick's keystone predators has led to a superabundance of catfish, which is just fine by local bully Rosie the alligator. If a group of consenting adults wants to perform cryptic rites to shadow forth the prophecy of the great old ones, who am I to judge? Caviar Key features painted sails, a luxury 5-star resort built over the remains of Tunamacha, a pre-Columbian city that was once host to the most advanced civilization in ancient America. Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-reflection. Shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Prosperity Sands features glittering white beach. Port Clovis considered removing these naval mines after the war, but the city had already spent its annual budget booking a nickelback cover band for the 4th of July. Like many animals, sharks need to breathe to live. Every summer, Port Clovis plays host to the Megasonic Electro Carnival, giving a real boost to the local MDMA industry. definitely consuming anything that's vaguely edible. Pulling off a successful casino heist is made even harder when you drive off the road into the ocean and drown. After the end of the tiki craze, bar owners toss their Polynesian-inspired decor into the Gulf, where their kitschy charm is completely lost on native marine life. The bull shark's sensory organs are all situated near its mouth. Golden Shores was built as vacation residences for wealthy out-of-towners, with spectacular ocean views, private beach access, and a gate to keep out the locals. Upon using this medication, if you experience priapism, do not attempt to improvise your own surgical shot. Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. The shark returns once again to her safe haven. Prosperity Sands reminds us that sometimes the construction of second and third homes supersedes considerations like loss of species diversity. In the not-so-distant future, a young visionary entrepreneur will spot these three shells while snorkeling and revolutionize after-toilet care. While they appreciate human sacrifices, the eldritch gods of yore are seldom enthused about being summoned to Port Clovis. This trimaran, like many before it, was lost in its journey to the mythological dry land. When it was discovered that their Stonehenge replica was astronomically misaligned, enraged Port Clovians threw it in the ocean. is a very real risk of drowning while surfing, but at least you'll leave behind a cool-looking skeleton. Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-protection. Blah, blah, blah. Late-stage capitalism. To see this area is to witness the inability of the hydrosphere to support the growth of humanized landscapes along the Gulf. As a result of industrial pollution and sewage wastewater, Dead Horse Lake was designated a Superfund site in 1996. As with many social movements, the annual Driftwood Man Festival purports to foster progressive change, but it's really just an excuse for hippies to flout public nudity laws. The spring of '73 was a magical time in Port Clovis, when local favorite Trash Talk placed 20th in the Derby, and the city placed first in the country for petty theft. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. While most know him as the friendly face of Captain Winky's Fish and Chips, in real life, the pirate was a genocidal monster who murdered and enslaved thousands. Until local police departments settle a dispute over jurisdiction, these two remain a popular attraction for selfie-seeking snorkelers. The shark returns once again to her safe haven. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. not slightly nauseating. Several grouper have made a home near the retired nuclear cooling towers. This is a great opportunity for the shark to test the theory that exposure to gamma rays gives you superpowers. We appreciate the grant from Sunshine Solutions that made this show possible. We'd also like to remind viewers that mass cloning and gene editing for today's military is safer than ever. Groupers are capable of absorbing extreme amounts of water in their attempts to suck up prey. The slicing jaws of the shark chop the grouper into morsel-sized pieces. The artist spent 16 years building this sculpture out of trash pulled from the lake, only to have it thrown back in the lake by intoxicated locals. Humans' record as a steward of our lakes and rivers has been checkered at best. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. Shark versus dolphin, orca versus giant squid, boat versus pylon. When establishing dominance, the contest is usually a deadly one, with survival as the prize. The threats to our oceans seem overwhelming, but by working together now, we can ensure that future generations always have a place to dump their old times. Kill for the same reason we all do, to feel good.
Kind of regular there, Flamingo Joe's. Keep me sexy, tourist trap. But it's the only place to get a decent Sazerac that don't have me on that do not serve.
The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. The battle is over, but the war goes on. I would like to assure the Antolini crime family that this footage will in no way be used in the final edit of our program. Handyman special overlooking breathtaking panoramic lake views. Open living with vintage appeal. Call Devlin. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. Needle-toothed nightmare, the Barracuda. Recognize it as the title of a classic rock radio staple, did you know that it's also a fish? Well, it's true. Statistically speaking, swimmers are far more likely to be killed by a rip current than a shark. Just not this swimmer. Sure, it would be more practical simply to close the beaches.
I mean, I'm not an ornithologist, but I think it's probably a bad idea to get in the middle of flamingos' natural habitat. Just saying.
The scourge of the swampland, Bayou Willie. Only time will tell whether government actions can diminish Port Clovis's reputation as a shark attack hotspot. By putting sharks in their place, hunters ensure they'll stay in their lane, so we don't have a Planet of the Apes situation on our hands. Shark hunting was prohibited by royal decree in ancient Fiji. But this is decidedly not ancient Fiji. There's way more liquor stores and payday lenders. The bartender life ender, Bobby Bojangles.
She surfaced.
Despite increased aerial surveillance, confidence amongst tourists and locals alike is far from buoyant. Shark hunters will not give up on finding their prey, at least until things quiet down or they run out of hard liquor. Another danger on the water for shark hunters? Determined process servers. Their boats laden with bench warrants and affidavits. The savage shrimper, Pookie All. The situation has escalated, and the price on the shark's head has risen. And quasi-legal get-rich-quick schemes set aside for now, the shark hunters get to work.
Short situation.
Sometimes one can but only laugh at man's helplessness in the face of nature's vengeance. Using crude weapons to take down alpha predators is a skill many shark hunters honed while in the fishing phenom, Candyman Curtis.
We're bolting there, but we need some boats out on that horse lake. Multiple shark attacks forward. She's here!
The shark's life expectancy is at half, thanks to its lifestyle choices and risky behavior. The the marine predator displays little caution as the situation further escalates. Scientists now have more accurate hurricane models. It's difficult to estimate the total damages of a rogue shark spree. Perhaps this shark's liver oil will be extracted for use in an eccentric millionaire's antique lamp. Swimming at a waste disposal site heightens your risk of a shark attack, not to mention all varieties of diarrheal illnesses. Perhaps having gone too far with her pranks and hijinks, is now the subject of a county-wide shark hunt. Serious injuries, the shark must exercise caution as she renews her attack.
Anybody see her?
Time is running out for our shark. Hunters are on the water, bringing their explosives and poor impulse control with them.
On Dead Horse Lake, also the IGT personnel are encouraged to respond. Put down this shark, huh?
The Hoosier hotshot, Ensign Tyler Dixon.
Look at him.
The shark's reckless behavior only further incenses Port Clovis's citizens. waters around Trash Island, where they enjoy a steady diet of hypodermic needles and used pregnancy tests.
This is my least favorite part of the job.
Well, I'm sure the shark's dead.
Back on board the Cajun Queen. Just like Kyle LeBlanc, our young bull is the inheritor of a long family tradition, struggling to find her place in the world. Otto provides a brief respite from the Sturm und Drang of the Gulf. According to the county administrator, Chuck Hucklebridge, the lack of effectiveness of piecemeal technique. The shark is now an adult, and she should probably spend less, save more, and start researching indexed mutual funds. The fish takes quick, evasive action. Lashes out at its target with an extended tail fin. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage. The dinner bell has been rung, but will our bull shark come and get it? The tail of the shark is more correctly referred to as the caudal. The Bayou Brawler, the American alligator. Big B's Bayou Buddy stunt show. But our shark is far too young to appreciate Rosie's classic brand of celebrity. Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-reflection. New USGA Rule 4.1A2 might have saved these damaged clubs from abandonment. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. The bull shark is an unpredictable and uncompromising creature. Prey disappears between rows of ice-picked teeth. The aquatic hunter surveys nothing. It's a kingfish in the mood, quite like watching a 73-year-old hit a double bogey. The fact that they've turned the waters off Baton Tordu into a spawning ground attests to their love of seniors golf. The members of Baton Tordu who commissioned this piece apparently found it whimsical. Whereas if you ask me, it's a little trite and unimaginative. Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. Golf ball diving is an exciting and growing field where you can risk alligators and venomous snakes for 7 to 10 cents per ball. Hockey sticks are still legal according to Baton Tordu course rules, but not for long if membership director Doug Thompson has anything to say about it. Have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, yet hardly discriminating eater. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. Somebody's drinking team has a drowning problem. Shark hunt begins.
Traders come every year to Baton Tordu, because what other way is there to celebrate killing beautiful animals for tasteless, nutritionless body parts than a $450 round of golf?
Can't see a damn thing.
Golden Shores import this mako from Sri Lanka and train it to guard their community? Not likely, but let's pretend they did, as it makes for a more interesting storyline.
Anti-climatic.
These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. The bull shark is quite a marvel of biological engineering. In certain cultural traditions, the shark is seen as a protector of sailors lost at sea, which, of course, couldn't be further from the truth. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. The Sultan of Speed, the Mako. Aggressive, the Mako is known as the peregrine falcon of sharks. But as the peregrine is a land-based bird, this designation means nothing to the Mako. Back aboard the cage. Sapphire Bay's famous Pier 1 provides visitors with plenty of skee ball, popcorn shrimp, and elegantly airbrushed t-shirts. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything. Pride in boat ownership manifests itself in a variety of ways here in Port Clovis. While homeless and itinerant, hobos will work for a living. They are not to be confused with bums, who are sedentary and refuse to work. Unless until. no such thing as a recession-proof business, except for the frozen banana stick. Whether boom or bust, the demand for reliable, quality frozen bananas remains a constant. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. Long a haven for small government ideologues, Port Clovis prides itself in its lax amusement park safety standards. The shark returns once again to her safe haven. As is well known, volleyballs make way better friends than soccer balls, who will stab you in the back the first chance they get. A bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Bull eyes both, wicked fangs gleam. The founder of America's largest shark finning enterprise, Mama Maybelle Bryant, has collected quite a fleet of recreational boats. Her fail sons, Randall and Tyson, can often be spotted piloting them around Sapphire Bay. The profusion of parrotfish here have kept Sapphire Bay's local hammerhead healthy and strange-looking. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. Running out for this pelagic.
Take Kyle to the carnival when there wasn't nothing but maybe getting bored. The fact that he was afraid of that Ferris wheel should have told me he was never gonna be no dog.
moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food.
Right under me.
With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to a close. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. Believe it or not, people paid over $12,000 to sleep in these tents and listen to Swedish DJs for an entire weekend. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors.
Oh, God! It got me! It got me!
If only someone had done their 6th grade reading assignment, perhaps this tragedy could have been avoided. With no abdominal muscles to hold it in place, the shark's intestines become unmanageable out of water. An intensive shark hunt is now underway. Incredible moments like this help us understand.
They say I used to be my favorite lighthouse. People named him me. I'm always at the best board liquor. Now they got it out of me. I tell you, that was a lot less fun to drink.
Be anywhere. Yeah, a breeze would be nice. It's touching me. I know it.
Port Clovis has grown bored of the hunt, leaving our shark to fight another day. The bull retreats to the grotto for refuge and quiet reflection. Evolutionary anomaly, the hammerhead. Shark triumphs, overcoming her opponent's clearly superior depth perception.
That's the one what took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy. That's the ring. Now we playing with power. She's catching her wind. She's catching her wind. Don't fight what's inevitable. I wanna make a coubillon out of you. Don't fight what's inevitable. Need reinforcements. Don't drag us now. That cage cost me $3,000. Oh, she wanna play peekaboo now, huh?
Scaly Pete remained. It's here in the grotto that the shark can discover the absolute serenity deep within her soul. The ancient Greeks believed that King Poseidon ruled the waters, whereas here at Prosperity Sands, they're ruled by Luxury Leisure Groups International. The Seawolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. Even the self-driving technology of Gazorpazorp is not without its reliability concerns. To look at the coast is to recognize that the boundary between sea and land is transitory, that all life on Earth is just that. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. With good reason that sharks are built with a singular order of terror. While fostering a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process, what harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? Clovis is thoroughly energized by the shark dance.
129 days, Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can tank OP for that. Prosperity Sands sure.
The ocean waters are driven constantly by tides, currents, and Saudi-owned super yachts. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. Lacking sufficient sand or protective dunes, heavily developed areas risk great danger from hurricanes and tropical storms. This stealthy predator appears to be seeking food perpetually, stalking its prey day and night. Shark discover the miracle of self-love. operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses. The shark is now an elder, and thus begins a new battle against systemic age discrimination. Searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. Coastal erosion currently impacts over 70% of the globe's sandy beach environments. There would have been more protests surrounding most mountain sands were not the public already so numbed about ecological concerns in general. Along Blanchard County's 78-mile coastline, there are 35 miles of sandy beach, only 6 of which aren't owned by resorts, individuals, or homeowners associations. Emperor of the Deep, the Great White. Is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society. Of the grotto enables the shark to approach the world with greater confidence and effectiveness. After losing to King Crush in the 2011 Monster Mania semifinals, Big Fin stepped away from the limelight for a simpler, more natural way of life. Sometimes even sharks just need to dirty up. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. 19th century America, turtle frolics were popular gathered. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. Sea turtle numbers have exploded. Bad news for seagrass, great news for orcas who enjoy torturing and eating them. Shockingly, this was only Alex's second worst birthday. If you're like me, you're probably wondering what their secret is for such durable papier-mâché. Recently, Port Clovis has gained a reputation for its derivative, politically confused street art. Coastal overdevelopment creates a riskier, more complex local environment. shark remains the same perfectly designed predator that swam the oceans when Tyrannosaurus Rex ruled the land. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. Even after the creation of a killer clown task force, clown-related homicide still remains a problem in Port Columbus. White and black attack, the orca. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her brain. Once the featured attraction in marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite trick, killing things. How quickly a day at the beach turns from a matter of idle leisure. Most shark hunters have close friends or family members who have been eaten or have eaten by sharks.
I catch 3 of them killer whales, they got that fish fingers. I could say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, the wheelers really gotta work on those side areas.
Sharks are Mother Nature's solution to America's overcrowded coasts. was a driving force for the bull shark. Orcas do enjoy playing with toys, but not half as much as a day-old seal carcass. Port Clovis is thoroughly energized by the shark menace. The corn-fed Colossus, Butcher Boy
First
Brady.
bounty for a shark out in Caviar Key. Do what you do, Hunter. Surface.
Shark situation. Let's move.
The situation has escalated, and the price on the shark's head is risen.
Yeah, you know you want it, Katie. He's looking right at me. Oh, it could be anywhere.
That's really gonna piss Dad.
Touching me. I know it.
We're done here, I guess.
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. After years of eating the same meal of frozen herring and fish fingers, Casanita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark liver. Benjamin Franklin marveled at how quickly the Gulf Stream allowed him to travel back to America after his many Parisian whoring expeditions. The shark returns once again to her safe haven. A great way to discourage museum attendance is to put your museum underwater. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. To eat over a ton of food every day, which here in the Gulf mostly consists of hammerhead sharks. Yachts with 24-karat gold fixtures, 2 discos, circular staircases, and a mosaic swimming pool, the Chatelaine is still only Port Clovis's second most ostentatious yacht.
Now I have the next video. Because it's all.
The air out here has a distinctive smell, that of sea salt, nitrogen oxides, and an intriguing bouquet of volatile organic compounds. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark.
bet fish kills because of these oil tankers spinning. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. No one knows who built this mysterious underwater base, but odds are they probably own a Nehru jacket and a Persian cat. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst.
I said Captain Blighty sunk his treasure somewhere around here. Been funding a diving expedition every year for 10 years, and I ain't found it yet.
Scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything. Another shark? In Hawaii, the hammerhead is really as a protector. Bull shark knows to eat right away, as hammerhead meat spoils quickly. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. Cetacean assassin, the sperm whale. The world practically ran on sperm whale oil. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti. The shark proves as slippery as it is deadly. The shark is now a mega shark, often referred to by scientists as the 64-ounce gas station soda of large marine predators. Pete has built an impressive battleship. But will it be enough to endure the prehistoric might of a mega shark?
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today. I'ma fix you up real pretty. Fine will. Got you right in my sights. It's about the end for you. Getting y'all out swimming torpedo. Better watch how you pushing my bullets. I will chum y'all up. Get someone to scare her back to the surface. Bet you didn't think I had torpedoes. Y'all gonna look so pretty mounted on my wall. You're really getting going now. Better watch how you pushing my buttons. Inside. Need reinforcements. Don't try gas now. We back on. That thing's vicious. I'm the last Mohicans. Got you right in my sights. It's about the end for you. We really getting going now. Getting tired of looking at y'all ugly face. And we look at the size of her. I will chum y'all up. We really getting going now.
これはゲームタイムが100%更新したかな。 よし。